Good evening, judges, my mentors, and my friends. I'm Shanti Chinnasamy. Today, I'm going to present about COVID-19 vaccination in US. I'm a Power BI developer, and I'm working for a consulting company. And our company received a contract to develop a reporting tool for analyzing the COVID-19 vaccination status in US. So I had the opportunity to lead this project and develop a Power BI dashboard for it. And on the personal side, also, I have been following up this vaccination progress. And because several of people known to me were infected by COVID, and so I'm keen in looking at the progress made in vaccination for people. Do you know who was the first person to get vaccinated in US? It is her. Sarah Lindsay from Maryland is the first person to get COVID-19 vaccination. We all knew that the COVID-19 virus has infected 43 million people and killed 691,000 people in the US as of yesterday. It is also affecting our normal life, employment, business, and economy. So vaccination is one of the safe way to protect people from illness and also reduce the spread of this virus. And vaccination is in progress in US for last 9.5 months. And about 64% of the people have received at least one dose of vaccine. So it's high time to see how each state is performing in vaccination, how far each state is from reaching the herd immunity, and where the states need to focus further to reach the herd immunity and for us to safely return to a normal life. For this project, I'm getting the vaccine data from the Center for Disease Control, which provides the data on a daily basis. And using that, I developed this Power BI dashboard, which provides timely insights on the COVID-19 vaccination for states in the US by tracking the vaccination trend over time. Number of people are receiving one dose and two doses by vaccine type, and the percentage of people received one dose and two doses, and number of people fully vaccinated, and month-over-month changes in vaccination, and herd immunity target level for each state. For processing the vaccine data, I developed a SSIS package to read the vaccine data using an Excel source and converting the data to a SQL table in OLEDB destination. Of course, as part of this package, I also developed a SQL code to clean the data and get only the required columns and the rows that I needed for my project. There were 64 columns. I wanted only about 32 columns. So I have to do a lot of processing to get those. And also, this data is coming on a daily basis. So I have to have some sort of an automated process. So this package takes care of that. And this is a data dictionary. So my vaccine data is coming from CDC, and the population data is, I'm collecting it from the Census Bureau. And I also developed the data table and connected them in a relationship, and then loaded to them the Power BI. This one shows that the number of people received one dose. 212 million people have received one dose of vaccine, and 168 million people have received at least two doses, and 184 million people have become fully vaccinated. Percentage of people received one dose is about 64%, and the month-over-month change overall for this one is about 4%. Percentage of people received two doses is about 51%. The month-over-month changes for those two doses, people were about 6% overall at the national level. And of course, I have a date slider. So you can move this date slider to see vaccination status at any time period. Coming to this first visual, which is the staked column chart, here we are seeing the number of people received one dose by vaccine types such as Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson for the US regions. By looking at this visual, we can find out that the southern region is getting the maximum number of one doses for the people, and also the Pfizer is the maximum number of vaccine used, followed by Moderna and Johnson. Even though Johnson is a one dose vaccine type, it seems that people prefer to use the two-dose vaccine such as Moderna and Johnson. Then if we click on this, we can see the statistics details for this particular region. If we click on this, we can see that in the Midwest region, Illinois and Ohio are where people are getting more one-dose vaccine as of now. So we can look at like this for any state in the US. And this line chart shows the one dose, people receiving one dose and two doses over time period. And we can notice that in the earlier months like February, March, April, May, the speed of vaccination is increasing. We can see a steeper curve, and in later months, it is flattening, and because the vaccination rate is kind of reducing. And the next visual gives the number of people received two doses by vaccines such as Pfizer and Moderna for 4 US regions. Here also, we can click on any region and see the details for that particular region in the overall dashboard. And also, we can look at any particular state in any region to get similar details. Visual provides the month-over-month change in one dose for people. So the white column chart shows the percentage of people received one doses, and the yellow line shows tracks the month-over-month change for one dose of people in percentage. Here we can see that March and April were the months where maximum number of doses were given for people. This is because at this time, people 50 and above were become eligible to get their vaccine. So there was everyone was planning to get those doses. So we see such a big trend there. And coming to this two-dose visual, here again, we are seeing in April and May is the time period where maximum number of people got their second dose. In this, we can notice that because people who got their first doses in March and April, they will get their second doses after 4 weeks, which is time period like April and May. So that's why we are seeing. And also we are seeing this big change, 320% because from January, that's the time the vaccination started and many people were able to get vaccination. In February, here we can see 20 million people got, 20 million people got two doses compared to January where they got only 5 million. That's why you're seeing such a big jump. And coming to this map, this is an important one. It shows the fully vaccinated rate of people in each state. So for example, if you take Texas, it has like 52% of the population has become fully vaccinated, which is good. And nearly 15 million, that represent 15 million people. To reach the herd immunity at 70%, another 5 million people have to get vaccinated to reach the 20 million. So herd immunity is like when 70% of the population gets fully vaccinated, we all get more immune power, and we will gain community level protection against a virus. So that's why the government is pushing us to reach that target. And also another thing we can notice that eastern states like Vermont, Maine, and all these states are close to reach their herd immunity compared to some of these states like Wyoming, Idaho, and North Dakota, where they are only in the 40% range. So these map shows that in each state there are more people to get vaccinated to reach herd immunity. So where should we focus to get these people get vaccinated? Should we ask the children, or should we ask the adult, or should we ask the elderly people? So to answer this question, I recently developed another dashboard. Currently, this is showing for the Texas region. Let's go and see for the whole state. So now we are seeing for the whole state. So this one, the dashboard shows the vaccination status by age group, that is 12 to 17, 18 to 64, and 65 and above. So this KPI shows the number of people received one dose in each of those categories. And this one shows the number of people who have become fully vaccinated. And this one shows the percentage of people with one dose in each of those categories. Here we can notice that the people above 65 have at least reached 93%. So more of those group have got the vaccine, followed by the 18 to 64. And the children, which started recently in May, they are only about 48%. Similarly, we can also see the trend for the fully vaccinated percentage among the people. Again, the 65% is more compared to 18 and 64 and the children. So we need to really focus on getting rest of the people to get vaccinated so that we can reach the herd immunity. So in the country level, about 56 million people in the age group of 18 to 64 group has to be really we need to focus to get those herd immunity reached. And of course, in among children, it is about 15 million people are yet to get vaccinated. And as we saw, 65 plus, there is only a small range, or like 5%, which is like a 4 million. So we have to focus on getting these people get vaccinated sooner. And this map shows similar vaccination, unvaccinated people by state. So we saw that in Texas, we need another 5 million people to get further vaccinated to reach the herd immunity. Now we can encourage people ranging from 18 to 64, which is like 5.3 million, and followed by children, which is 1.5 million. So we can encourage those people to get vaccinated. We can see for each state, it is such information is given, so we can focus on those. Next, I'm going to show some details about the insights. So we can see that in the graph that in March, one dose by month over month change was highest in this month. It was about 85% compared to the previous month, February, which was 8%. This is because the white column, which you see, it increased the one dose rate, that increased from 8% to 14%. That's because in February, only 26 million had received one dose, whereas in March, 47 million received one dose. So we see such a huge increase. Next, we are seeing the negative insights. In May 2021, we are seeing that the one dose month over month change is decreasing to minus 51%. We can see that the one dose rate, which was minus 1% in April, decreased to minus 51% in May. So that is because the number of people received one dose in April was 47 million, whereas in May it was only about 23 million. That's why there was a huge drop in that. So we need to encourage people to get vaccinated. It is shown that before vaccination, the number of cases and number of deaths were more. Whereas after vaccination, in June, you can see how the vaccination has helped in reducing the cases and deaths. Of course, we see some increase in recent time because of the Delta variant, which is a different virus, but still vaccinated people are not affected that much compared to unvaccinated people. So it's better to get vaccinated if you are not. And also you encourage others to get vaccinated because we have to reach the herd immunity. For people to in the US to reach herd immunity, we have to reach 232 million. But currently we are only at 184 million with fully vaccinated people. So we have to encourage people to get vaccinated. So the government has created several awareness program, concerts, celebrities are conducting, and government is sharing a vaccination site information to people so that they can go and get vaccinated. And even government is giving incentives by giving a free ride or child care, and some businesses are encouraging people, vaccinated people, giving by food and also some flight tickets. And so until all the people around us are getting vaccinated, we have to remain following the safety measures as shown here. And so this way we can reach the herd immunity and be safe soon. And also my other suggestion is I'm planning to continue to develop a vaccine data warehouse and continue this data analysis until this pandemic ends, so that we are aware of where we are and where we need to focus. Thank you all for listening to my presentation, and stay safe.